I'm Glenn Flickinger of 21st Century Consulting. Today I have the honor of being with Jeff Harding. Jeff Harding's been in the dairy business for a long time. He's currently a tech rep for Hubbard Feeds, and I just wanted to ask him a couple questions about the industry and where we're at. Jeff, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
So, we all know the dairy industry is going through some challenging times. You've been in the industry long enough. A lot of people probably don't know you milked cows at one time. You've been through the Holstein Association. You've been with Monsanto and with Elanco, and now a tech service rep for Hubbard. You've seen a lot of different changes in our industry, and we're at a tough spot. Give us some ideas, your thoughts on, how tough is it compared to other times, and just some things maybe dairymen could be thinking about doing as we go through these tough times. Mistakes not to make.
Wow, Glenn, that's a big question.
Now, you're an intelligent guy.
So thanks for asking. I think this is really just off the cuff, but I think it's important to keep our attitudes right. I think attitude is so important in everything we do. It's important for athletes. It's important for businessmen. The people that believe they can do it, do it. And I think the dairymen that we see with really good attitudes, they're successful. So I think we're in tough times. This is definitely an aberration. It's a tough time, but we'll get through this. We will get through this. We will come out the other end. Agriculture has gone through these cycles umpteen times over the last 30 or 40 years. So I think on individual dairy basis, we have to control the things we can control. We have to continue to tighten our management. Nobody likes to hear about becoming more efficient, but we just have to keep getting better at what we do. And it doesn't matter, again, if you're a car salesman or a professional football player, you've got to improve your game or you're going to be bumped out by somebody else.
So, Jeff, you talk about efficiency, you talk about improving management and stuff like that. In your opinion, what's one or two things that guys just don't think about that you walk on a farm and you say, man, if he just tweaks this a little bit, he'd get a really good ROI?
So it's a great question, Glenn, and it's a tough question because it really varies on from dairy to dairy. A couple little things. I think many times it's the tiny details, the little details. One of them is feed push-up. I think there's an opportunity on a lot of dairies to push feed more aggressively, not 2 or 3 times a day, but 5, 6, 8, 10 times a day. Really get aggressive about that, thinking about what makes that cow come to the feed bump. Lameness on dairies is a much bigger challenge than most of us believe. You go into a lot of herds where 20 or 30% lame cows becomes normal to them. And I like to say abnormal becomes normal because they just get used to it. 20% of your cows with a sore foot is not normal. They should be less than 5% of your cows should have any kind of mobility issues. Another one that nobody really thinks about very much is forward contracting milk. There's opportunities, and again, it's always easy to say when milk's down, and we're never able to get as much for our milk as we'd like to. But reality is, if you had milk today locked in for $17 a hundred, which was easy to do 4 or 5 months ago, you'd be thinking this wasn't so bad now that we're at $12. But that's an opportunity a lot of people could take advantage of.
Okay. Jeff, I really appreciate you giving me this time today, and I appreciate your opinion. And hopefully we can do a couple more of these, and the guys that watch it benefit from it. I'm Glenn Flickinger, and that's our opinion.